So once I get to the top of this hill, maybe I'll interact with the firemen. That'll be pretty cool. That's the whole idea of this video. Okay, so I don't know if this is a bad idea or what. Yeah, this could go very bad very fast. I walked in yesterday, and a strategy that one could have is they pull so hard and you think like, oh, I just want to give up. I think I want to give up. And I just let them pull me, and I'll run with them so they won't pull me actually. But about halfway through on the way back from our walk yesterday, they weren't pulling so hard, and I realized, oh, they kind of tire themselves out. And then I thought, well, if I wouldn't have given in so fast and kept pulling them for as long as I could hold, then maybe I'd beat them and they'd tire themselves out before they tired me out. We're walking up a big hill. I'm not gonna stop pulling because I can't run. I got this camera stuff on me is gonna make it so it just can't happen. But here's this first person that probably thinks I'm crazy because this camera setup is crazy. Okay, so what I might do, I might stop for, I don't know, this is nuts. These two dogs. So if you're watching this, I wonder who you are, because I've been taking some into consideration who actually watches these. I make these and I want to have the biggest audience possible. And the whole premise of the set of videos is me. And well, right now I'm not that interesting, but eventually, I don't know if either I'll become interesting or I'll just have a large following, but one of the two will happen, maybe both. I mean, listen, I said I wasn't interesting, but obviously I think I'm interesting enough to start filming myself every day. So here we are with these two dogs. You guys hear that? I'm the star of the show, not you. Okay, so now I'm getting tangled up. That was a close one. I almost just got it. But yep, I'm that crazy guy with the camera recording himself like he's nuts. And that's just how it is. People are looking at me, you just gotta smile back. What are you gonna do? I guess, you know what? I am nuts. That's just how it goes. So on this video, I made a thumbnail. That was fun to make. I was like, okay, I saw on a different YouTube video. So what you should know if you're watching me on YouTube is that I definitely watch more YouTube than you. I watch so much YouTube that oh, it's bad. So I guess I'm trying to make a positive out of a negative, make videos instead of consume them, because boy, it wouldn't be a problem if I didn't watch so damn many. But I gotta get better at keeping this thing trained on me, you know what I mean? We're at the 4-minute mark. I haven't actually hit the limit for this camera, as in like I haven't, oh, you know what I could do? That's what I'm talking about, baby. That is what I'm talking about. I haven't hit the limit on this camera, like it hasn't stopped recording on me, but I have been trying. So now we're on the main road. As you might be able to hear cars going by. You can't see the thing that's strapped to me right now. You can see it on my shoulders, but you can't feel it, you know? I'm like hiking through the forest right now with a huge backpack on. I got my sleeping tent, or my tarp I should say. I got my food rations for the week, and I got my water. Ooh, that's heavy. Maybe some propane, that's heavy too. You gotta keep it in the big metal can so it won't pop and kill you. And then maybe a pot and a pan and a stove. And that's everything I got. I wish I had a chest cam on so I could pan back and forth from the dog. I'll do it tomorrow. One of these dogs has just 3 legs. Out of all 3 of us, I struggled to get up that hill the most. Sooner or later, we'll be coming up on this fire station. I'm hoping I can interview somebody. Wonder if they'd mind. I'm certainly gonna ask. I think at the very least, they should let me film the fire trucks from outside, if nothing else. But we might get some else. Hoping for no poops. They pooped earlier, so if somebody poops, I gotta dismount this whole camera setup. And, you know, walking the dogs and holding this thing is already a lot as it is. Coming up on the fire station, this is tricky because I was hoping I'd see someone just out in the lot that I could yell to / ask if I could do what I'm thinking of wanting to do. But what I think I'll do instead is find a post or something to anchor these doggos to and take a breather. Put all this equipment down and such, and then I can go up and ask without, because I don't want to go up and ask with 2 dogs and a big setup. I feel like that's a lot of pressure to say yes, because I look like I've traveled a long way with lots of equipment. And I mean, I'm already going to be sweating, and I think that's enough. That's enough pressure. So instead, go up with what I got, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is a dismount procedure. I think I have to mount these dogs before I think about dismounting this camera. Stay. Hey, don't go nowhere, okay? All right, so what I just did isn't gonna work. I tried to put them on this thing, but it's not even connected to the ground. So I'm gonna have to find a way to fix that. There's one off. God forbid I drop one of the leashes and they run away. Okay, on to the next post. I need something skinny enough that the leashes can fit over them and strong enough that they can't move it. I'm looking at, I think I know where I'll go. Oh, and I started to unscrew so the camera thing is like half unscrewed because I thought it was gonna work, but it did not. Oh, I could slip him. Okay, so I could slip him onto the ball bearing, the tow hitch for this truck. They definitely wouldn't get off of that, but it's not my truck. So instead, I mean, this isn't really like what the grass that I'm on right now, if you're curious, is definitely not public property, but it's definitely like, well, it's definitely private property, but it's not the furthest thing from public property, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna put these guys right here. There's some people across the street right now. Maybe I shouldn't act like everyone's always interested in what I'm doing, but all I'm saying is if I saw me doing this, I'd be interested. So I'll see if I can give them a wave if we happen to be looking at each other at the same. Nope, they're looking their own way. So maybe I am just full of myself. All right, I'm gonna set this down right here. Maybe you can see what I got going on. Am I in frame still? All right, I got one of them. One of them is in custody. Now for number two, I gotta wrap around and unclip, put it through, and clip. Whoa, hey, don't touch that. I got some Boone slobber on the lens. I don't think you can see it, but it's definitely there. All right. Okay, so the plan is put everything down, walk right across the street, asked if I can film, and come right back. So what I thought was the front door, there's no doorbell, and it's like a door to an elevator. Nobody answered. So I can't actually go to any other doors without leaving sight of these two absolute beasts. I'm gonna take them, tie them up around back, and see if we can see anybody there. You guys got that? Did you hear the plan? They said okay. Okay, so what's the right order to do this? Should I put the camera stuff on? I don't know. Okay. We'll take you guys off first. But listen, once I get off, no licking the camera. Just simply be chill while I set up my stuff. Emphasis on chill. You hear me? Chill. Chill one and chill two. You're chill one and you're chill two. Just so the camera knows, this is definitely one of those scenarios where one of them runs away. I've been watching them for so ever long. No one's ran away on me yet, but this would be the time when I try to do too many things at once. Okay, look guys, that's my gear. That's where you're not allowed to go. All right, how am I gonna do this? Don't. Okay, I found my solution. Go fast, go fast, go fast. I'm coming. Uh-oh. The only problem with this is they might just break that plastic. No, not yet. Don't do it. See, they're just dogs, so they're not smart enough to know that that cracking sound means they have a chance at freedom. So I gotta go fast. I gotta go fast and stop talking. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Don't escape. You're in my custody. Come on. Boys, we did it. Okay, so right now, it's been a long day. I had a long shift. I really just want to, give up. I want to give up. I don't want to go to the other door, train them up again. I mean, look at me, I'm sweating so hard. This is not about giving up. It's about getting as close to these fire trucks as I can. Ain't that right, boys? No comment from the boys. Boys, take a chill pill. Okay. I took that break for granted. These guys are pulling me hard. This camera is nice enough. You should be able to see the sweat drilling down my face. All right, you see those trucks, guys? That's where we want to go. Show them to you now. So we're walking past the door that didn't work right now. And I guess they parked their cars out back. So that's the door they must use. So I guess what I'll do is I'll camp back there and I'll try and see what I can do. You understand me? Okay, so this is me right now where I'm looking into the fire station. They have this window and it's like their meeting room and they're all in there, I guess, meeting. That's what you do in a meeting room. And this is, I'm mouthing and I'm pointing and I'm making like the talk symbol and I'm pointing to the back. And because they're looking at me and I have this crazy strap up thing on me, so I'm thinking to myself, this is my moment. So then they're coming to talk to me at the back. Hey, sorry guys, I don't want to interrupt anything. No, you're good. I feel like I added no pressure at the end. I feel like that put pressure. I feel like if I could do it over again, I would have not spoken at the very end. When he said let me double check, I would have just said thank you so much and left it there. But he's checking with the captain. How awesome is this? Pretty awesome. I'm stoked. Do you see my smile? We're on a busy street. This is Oberlin. Okay, I gotta screw this thing in before something bad happens. This is Oberlin. So this is taking longer than I thought. I think we're gonna get what I... Oh, the camera's like making... Okay, what I don't think is gonna happen is they're gonna say, come on, why don't you interview all of us? Come on, have a tour of the firehouse. What I think might happen, if we're lucky, is they say, as long as you stay off the property, you can film whenever you want. Okay, we're back. I just found a limit for this camera. Apparently it's called maximum recording time. I just spoke to the captain. That was so cool. He told me some cool stories. I'm glad it wasn't recording because although I had the camera pointed away from him, I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to have him thinking I was filming him. he just said some real cool things to me. I'm gonna pull up my tripod on my drone and chill here for like 10-15 minutes. Get some real cool shots. Hey, Dumb and Dumber, listen up. It's round 2. You hear me? What's the best way to do this, I wonder? What I don't want to do is have them near the road. So this is what I'm gonna do actually. We're gonna go across the street. Make it chill on this not so public, not so private piece of land. All right, guys, this is your home. You understand me? I wish I was smart enough to figure out a way to chain them without. And he said, you know, he said that one of his guys is actually gonna, he said he's gonna have one of his guys nearby while I'm doing this, just in case I need anything. How nice was that? I think, cause I mean, I was thinking on the way down here, who wouldn't feel kind of cool if someone asked them if they wanted to be in an interview, you know? I've never been asked to be part of an interview, but I feel like if I was, it would make me feel like it'd be fun, you know? It'd be like a fun part of my day. So we'll see if said guy is even there, and if he is, why not? All right, first things first, I'm gonna run across the street and see if I can get water for these. Whoa, did you see that? I just let Dumber off the leash. Good thing he didn't run away. Holy cow. That was crazy. You could have been free. You could have gone. I never would have seen you again, Dumber. That could have been your moment. All right, I'm gonna cut this camera and leave all the gear here. Got stupid and stupider some water. And although the camera's facing this way, there are 3 firemen outside the firehouse right now, if you can believe that. I can't, so I'm thinking somebody will definitely say yes to an interview. Only problem is, I'm not sure I have the mic set up for it. Okay, we'll do 1 water bottle for now. We'll get to that. I'm gonna go over there and talk to them, pull my stuff out of my bag and such, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, we're out of there. Let me tell you, man, I'm pretty embarrassed. If any of those guys that I was just near that worked there are watching this, well, I hope you're not. That was like, what was I thinking? Okay, so this is the conclusion. This is the conclusion of my day, the conclusion of this video. Here's the conclusion, because you gotta tie it all in. It's gotta be a 3-act thing, right? The production value's through the roof here. We gotta have a plot. We gotta have a 3-part. Here's the resolution after the climax. Well, the climax wasn't filmed, so let me start you there. Oh my God, my Dumb and Dumber over here are tied up across the street, right? Because I didn't want them in the, come on boys. I didn't want them in the fireman's way, because last thing I would want is for anybody to be in the way of these firemen and let me come and film their trucks. But they're just across the street where I can see them, everybody can see them. They're up against this telephone pole. Because they're tied up, they're whining. You know, I went and got them water. You saw that part probably. They're going, and burp. This poor dad comes out of the house next door. And he comes over to the fireman first. This is where I see him talking to the fireman, because I'm in the station filming the shots of the fire truck. He says to the fireman, whose dog is that? Like, you can tell, man, you can tell he hasn't slept in days. And I was like, oh my God. I raised my hand, and before he could even say anything, I was like, I'm leaving right now, I'm so sorry. But then he said, like, you know, what do you think he's gonna say? I already described him as a dad. How else do you think I know he was a dad? He said, I got a kid trying to sleep. God, my heart sunk. I'm packing up my stuff as fast as I can. Dogs are still yapping. I thought, well, let me fix this dog problem first. You know when like everything just turns to chaos and like you don't know which thing you should do in which order, so you just start doing all the things you can think of as fast as possible? Not the way to go. You should try and stay calm and collected. But I was like panic mode. So I went and I put the camera down. I grabbed the dogs from the other side. I asked the firefighter to hold the dog while I got my camera gear, and while I'm getting my camera gear, because I had taken it off and back on to get the dogs, and because I was doing everything in the wrong order. I was just trying to do everything as fast as possible, so I got the order way mixed up. Lo and behold, I'm trying to put my gear on, because now it's like, all right, well, the barking stopped because the dogs are in the hands of the firefighters, and now all I'm doing is I'm holding up these firefighters. Now you want to poop. So now I'm like, oh crap, I lost the pin. The pin that holds this whole setup together. Now I'm looking for this pin, and in actuality, it only took me 3 minutes to find it. I went to 3 places that it could have been, and then I was like, oh crap, it's probably my backpack. So I took my backpack off, and meanwhile, the guy still got the dogs, and then I finally find the pin, and I'm like, oh, I found it. It felt like I was looking for it for 3 hours, and it was like the worst feeling ever. It was like a bad dream. I was like having anxiety because I've overextended myself, and these people, whatever. But I found the pin, and probably was only like a minute and 30 seconds. But then I put the thing on, and now we're 2 blocks away from home. Yeah. At the end, I finally put all my stuff back on. I said, like, I was trying to like make a joke, I guess, and I said, you guys probably do it a whole lot faster, huh? Oh my gosh. The joke did not land. I was referring, like, you guys probably didn't even get it. I was referring to, you know, firemen. They put on gear and they put it on fast. That's like their thing. And it took me forever to find this stupid pin. Like, if I was going to a fire, somebody would have died. And they were like, what? I should have just said never mind, and I said, I explained the joke. I don't know if you know anyone in your life that's trying to be a stand-up comedian, but once you bomb, the last thing you try to do is explain to your audience why the joke was funny. Goodness gracious. That was my day today. I hope this footage isn't bouncing around. It shouldn't be, I don't think. The only thing in frame that should be bouncing around is me, but I've been kind of lazy, I guess, with the videography. It's my birthday in a couple hours. I will be turning 21 years old. I'd like to be asleep by then, but this is the most I've recorded in very many days. So odds are I'll be up editing. And yeah, note to Jack, if you're editing right now and you're watching yourself say what you're about to say, yes, I know what you're about to say because it's only been like 4 hours since I said that, because I am you and you are me. I have a company that's about to walk to the door because my birthday, and he's a good friend, and so I'm almost done. So close to the front door. All right. So, day's over. I just walked up the stairs and I said I should stop editing, and I feel like this is already so much footage. What have I learned? If you're gonna go and film fire trucks, maybe don't bring 2 dogs with you. Maybe call ahead of time with the fire department and see if they're okay with it. And maybe like flashback to when I said I really don't want to do this when the front door was locked and I just wanted to go home. If you say you're gonna do something, do it, because I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. But I'm done. Peace.